What's going on, sartorialist? Welcome back to the Style. If you're new here, my name is Barry Ramirez. Welcome to the channel and thank you sincerely for watching. Today we are going to discuss how to make your outfits more creative. I'm going to first discuss with you why it is I believe you should try to make your outfits more creative, and then I'm going to talk about some of the strategies that you can use to make your outfits more creative. But without saying too much more, let's crack into it. So the simple question is, why should you be creative when you are dressing up? And a simple answer to that question is, you don't have to be. If you view style from a purely utilitarian perspective, which is to say, if you are interested in style only insofar as it can help you advance your career, then there's no real reason for you to be creative when you are dressing up. However, if you are somebody like me, and because you're here, I'm assuming that you are, then you're interested in using style as a vehicle for greater self-expression. That is to say, authenticity. By dressing up creatively, what you're doing is you are bringing intensity into an experience that is otherwise monotonous, an everyday experience of just putting on clothes. At least that's most people's experience. And you're making it more meaningful because you're being more intentional about your dress. Again, here you're taking something that is monotonous and you are making it joyous. The easiest way to make your outfits more creative and intriguing is by blending kinds of wear or mixing genres of clothing. Just to use a simple example, if I were to wear a graphic t-shirt with a gray flannel suit, as I have done in the past, I am blending kinds of wear. A graphic t-shirt is a casual garment, a suit is a, if not literally formal, more formal garment than a graphic t-shirt. But by wearing these two together, what I've allowed my outfit to do is have an element of playfulness and creativity. Now, of course, there's going to be stuffy traditionalists who say, oh, you shouldn't wear a graphic t-shirt with a suit, but they're just fucking dorks anyway, so who cares what they think. To the first point, when you are blending kinds of wear, if you want to do it tastefully and creatively, then the distance between the garments cannot be too great. Let me explain what I mean by drawing a contrast. As with the previous example, I said that if you wear a graphic t-shirt with a suit, that can be playfully creative. That's because the distance between the kinds of wear, a casual piece and a more formal, if not strictly formal, piece of clothing is not too great. However, if somebody were to wear a graphic t-shirt with a tuxedo, I believe that the distance between those two kinds of wear is going to be so great that your clothing is going to lose its capacity to communicate what it is that you're trying to say. It's going to very easily transcend the narrow line between playful and creative into absurdity. Now, of course, I'm not here to tell you how you should or should not dress. If you want to wear a graphic t-shirt with a fucking tuxedo, go ahead. But for most people, if you were to wear that outfit, it's simply going to be regarded as bizarre. To the second point, when you are blending kinds of wear, you have to be acutely conscious of classic principles and how to break them. As the old saying goes, you can only break the rules if you know the rules. And here you need to be specifically very, very conscious of color theory and how to properly mix and match patterns. If, by example, you are wearing a light green sport coat and you want to blend kinds of wear and you choose a rugby polo that is lurid or highlighter green, even though you are creatively or blending kinds of wear, it's not going to be tasteful because the colors are clashing. Likewise, if you're wearing a sport coat that has large houndstooth checks and you want to wear that with a polo, here again, we're thinking a more formal garment in a sport coat and a polo, which is more sportswear, then the polo probably shouldn't have large checks on it as well, because again, they are going to clash. So when you are blending kinds of wear, it has to be done so with the classic principles in mind so that your outfit is tasteful. Though I've been discussing blending kinds of wear in terms of garments, do note that this can be achieved with accessories as well. For example, I like to wear a rugby polo with a scarf. And here again, you're kind of playing with the different genres or kinds of wear. A rugby polo is sportswear, and a scarf, although I don't know how exactly you would classify it, it's at least perceived as being more elegant. So you're kind of mixing or playing with an element of roughness and elegance at one and the same time by wearing a rugby polo with a scarf. But you can play around with this yourself and figure out kind of what accessories you can mix and match and blend in a way that's tasteful in light of the classic principles that will make your outfits more creative. So the last thing I want to say about making your outfits more creative is simply that it takes time. And I'm not speaking to you from the position of somebody who has figured it out for himself. Rather, as I've tried to be more creative in my outfits, these are just some of the rules that I've learned along the way that make some of the outfits work and others not work. And I recommend that you guys just experiment and play with it yourself until you find a way to kind of blend kinds of wear in a way that is authentic to you. So there you have it, sartorialists. Those are some strategies that you can use to make your outfits more creative. And as I said in my previous video, my channel has recently been monetized, which is great because it means that I get to start making money from the channel. And I want to, as much as possible, take that money and invest it back into the channel to try to increase the quality of production as much as possible. So if you enjoyed this content, you'd like to donate to this channel, if you find my content to be appealing to you, consider using the super thanks option down below to donate some money to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, smash subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be informed when I drop more videos on the Hulsey style. Until next time, guys.